Well, tonight, the latest on the murder in Wahiawa. A 10-year-old girl killed, and the suspects are three people who were entrusted to take care of her.
And this is a follow-up to a story that we at Island News were the first to tell you about last month when police were investigating the case as an unattended death.
Take a look. This is Brandy Blass on the left, Thomas Blass Sr. in the middle. Those two are the victim's legal guardians. And Deborah Jaron on the right, she's Brandy's mother and the victim's grandmother. The three were arrested this morning for murder, kidnapping, and unlawful imprisonment.
Deborah and Brandy are also facing charges of hindering prosecution, and Brandy and Thomas are also facing charges of endangering the welfare of a minor. Tonight, and new at 9, we're digging deeper, looking at the newly released court documents which paint a disturbing picture of a child who was abused. This is a picture of Gianna Bradley in the 3rd grade at the time, right before she was pulled out of school. Gianna's legal guardians, Brandy Blass and her husband Thomas Blass Sr., withdrew Gianna from Eliahi Elementary School under the guise that they were going to homeschool her, and the decision was against the recommendations of both her 3rd grade teacher and school counselor. And the teacher stated she did not observe Gianna with any behavior issues nor any active defiance, just normal 3rd grade behaviors. That's according to the 137-page criminal complaint. In it, Honolulu police described disturbing details, including that detectives analyzing Deborah's cell phone found photos and images from a surveillance monitor of what appears to be Gianna standing in fenced area wearing some type of blindfold over her eyes in a small enclosed space with a box covering the face and head, and an image of what appears to be Gianna bound with what appears to be duct tape around her arms and torso, binding them to her sides. The investigation began when police and first responders were called to Karsten Drive in Wahiawa the morning of January 18th after Gianna was found unresponsive.
Homicide detectives were called to the home after responding officers noted that Gianna had multiple facial injuries, including multiple scratch-like marks around her ears, eyes, forehead, cheeks, and lips. Her eyelids appeared slightly bruised, and there were road rash type injuries to her chin. Part of her nose bridge was missing.
When asked how that happened, Deborah, Thomas, and Brandy told detectives Gianna had fallen off her bicycle 2 weeks earlier.
They said that they did not seek medical attention because Gianna did not complain of pain. The three further stated that Gianna had been diagnosed as having ADHD and was possibly suffering from schizophrenia and bipolar disorder.
Court documents say Gianna was kept bound and in the room off their kitchen and had to use a bucket as her toilet. Police say the couple also has 4 biological children, ages 14, 10, 5, and 3, who appear to be healthy. But the couple is also the adoptive parents of a 4-year-old boy who, like Gianna, appeared to have been abused, with, quote, scratches to his body and extremities and what appears to be a human bite mark on his right thigh.
Additional consultation from the board-certified child abuse pediatrician for the Blass's 4-year-old adoptive son determined that he was suffering from failure to thrive, very likely due to calorie and psychosocial deprivation. That he suffered from physical abuse as indicated by multiple bruises and scars consistent with such abuse.
Police notified Child Welfare Services, which removed the 5 remaining children from the home. Court documents say Thomas and Brandy appear to have been receiving approximately $1,961 per month from the state of Hawaii to take care of Gianna as her legal guardians.
On February 8th, after extensive testing and review of medical records and investigative findings, the forensic pathologist determined the cause of Gianna's death to be the result of multiple effects of prolonged child abuse and neglect. Additionally, the cause of death is the result of starvation, blunt force injury due to assault, prolonged immobilization and physical restraint, medical neglect, and pneumonia.
Police reclassified the case to murder and arrested the 3 on Friday morning at their home. And they each face numerous charges, including murder, kidnapping, and unlawful imprisonment. And new at 9 tonight, only on Island News, we're hearing for the first time from Gianna's biological father, who remembers Gianna as happy, active, and full of love.
Jeremy Bradley says that he had supervised visitational rights with his daughter. Here's what he had to say tonight during a vigil at Kapiolani Park in honor of Gianna.
I know she's not in any pain anymore. She's with God. And I know he's going to wipe all that pain away that she suffered. Only thing I'm focused on now is getting justice for what she went through and what she died for. And remember,